A month later, I gave birth to our son. My husband walked out, not alone, but holding my best friend's hand. While I was recovering from childbirth, they were planning a future together using everything we had built. Then he dragged me into court demanding my house, my car, and even my company shares. When the judge asked whether he wanted custody of our newborn, he shrugged and said, "She can keep him." My lawyer whispered that we had to fight. Instead, I smiled and said, "Let them have everything." Everyone thought I had completely lost my mind, until the judge opened the final sealed envelope. The day I became a mother should have been the happiest day of my life. Instead, it became the beginning of my worst nightmare. Only 4 weeks after giving birth, my husband packed his bags and admitted he was leaving me for my best friend. The woman who had held my hand during pregnancy, attended my baby shower, and promised to always be there, had secretly been planning this betrayal for months. I was still recovering physically. While trying to care for a newborn baby, sleep was impossible. My emotions were shattered. Yet within weeks, divorce papers arrived. His demands shocked everyone. He wanted the family home because he claimed he had earned it. He demanded my luxury SUV. He even demanded half of my company shares, despite never working a single day in the business. My lawyer assured me we had strong evidence to fight every claim. The courtroom was packed on the hearing day. My ex-husband walked in smiling beside my former best friend, acting like they had already won. When the judge asked if he wished to seek custody or visitation rights for our newborn son, he barely looked up. "She can keep him." The courtroom became silent. Even the judge looked disappointed. My lawyer leaned toward me and whispered, "Don't let him take everything." I looked straight ahead and quietly answered, "Let them have it." Gasps echoed through the courtroom. People stared at me as if I had completely given up. My ex smiled wider. His girlfriend squeezed his hand. They thought greed had won. The judge carefully reviewed every document. Before reaching the final sealed envelope that had been submitted days earlier, he broke the seal. He slowly read each page. Then his expression completely changed. He looked directly at my ex-husband. "Did your attorney explain these documents to you before today's hearing?" My ex looked confused. "No," the judge continued. "The company shares you demanded are protected inside a family trust established before the marriage." He paused. "The house was purchased entirely with inherited funds and legally remains separate property." Another pause. "The vehicle belongs to the business and cannot be divided." My ex's smile disappeared. His girlfriend's face turned pale, but the judge wasn't finished. The final document revealed something even bigger. Months before the divorce, my husband had secretly withdrawn company money for luxury vacations and expensive gifts. Every transaction had been traced. Every receipt had been documented. Every dollar had been accounted for. Instead of receiving half the company, he now faced repayment, financial penalties, and possible fraud investigations. The courtroom became completely silent. His attorney quietly lowered his head. For the first time all morning, my ex looked terrified. The judge finalized the divorce. I kept my business. I kept my home. I kept my son's future secure. They walked into court expecting to take everything from a woman they believed was broken. Instead, they walked out with nothing except bills, legal consequences, and the realization that greed had destroyed their own future. As I carried my baby out of the courthouse, I finally smiled. Some victories aren't about getting revenge. They're about protecting the people who matter most. People often believe staying silent means you're weak. Sometimes silence is simply confidence that the truth doesn't need to shout. My ex fought for money. I fought for my son's future. Years later, my business grew larger than ever. My little boy never questioned how deeply he was loved, and the people who betrayed us became nothing more than a lesson. The greatest courtroom victory wasn't winning property. It was proving that integrity always outlasts greed.